What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I recently got a request from a subscriber. He wanted me to talk about bait casters. So today I'm going to be showing you guys the basic fundamentals of a bait caster, the basics on how to use them, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about two bait casting rod and reel combos that I recommend for beginners that are a great price and that are good quality. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to stay tuned. Alright, so first we're going to talk about the basic fundamentals and usage of the bait caster. So, you've got here, this is your spool. This is obviously real. So this thing on the side here is the dial system. And this is what determines how quickly your line comes out of your spool when you cast. Okay, so that dial system, like I said, it determines how fast your line comes out of your spool when you cast. So right now, watch my lure. As you can see, as soon as it hits the ground, my spool, the line stops coming off. So when I cast it, it'll be perfect. It'll cast a good distance. It won't bird's nest or anything in the spool. And yeah, so it's really important to make sure you have your dial system set right. And I'm about to talk to you guys about how to make sure that your dial system is set right. Okay, so my dial system right now is set perfectly. So watch, as I drop my lure down, it stops coming out of the spool as soon as the lure hits the ground. Okay, so some bait casters are different. I think this one's a little differently, but the more down you turn it, so turning it this way, the more down you turn it, determines how fast it comes out. And then the more up you turn it, like this, determines how slow it comes out. So like if I tighten this, you know, it's not even, when I click it, it's clicked and it's not even coming out at all. So you have to make sure that you have it set right. And what you want to do to make sure it is set right is you want your lure to stop, you want this line coming off of your spool to stop coming off as soon as your lure hits the ground. Okay, so right now, way too fast. I had to stop with my thumb or else it would have bird's nested. So I want to tighten it. Perfect, right there. So see, watch my spool. My lure hits the ground and it stops coming off, just like that. That's exactly how you want it. All right, guys, that is the dial system. Now I'm gonna talk to you guys about this little notch thingy on the side. I honestly, to be totally 100% honest with you, I am not 100% sure how this affects your line or anything, but I have known from experience that you wanna keep it, and mine are faded off, but you wanna keep it at notch number 4. So that's the minimum. That's the minimum. And 2 clicks for me is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping it at number 4 is gonna help it a lot with the casting to not bird's nest when it hits the water. So that's really what the side dial system is for, to help the line not bird's nest as it hits the water. It's really important. All right, now I'm gonna talk to you guys about casting. So for those of you who are beginners and who haven't used the bait caster or are just starting to use the bait caster and are having trouble cast without getting bird's nests, just believe me, that happened to me when I first started. I was there, I bird's nested all the time when I was casting. So when you're just getting started with casting, you always wanna make sure you have your thumb on the line. So like, cast it, keep your thumb on the line, just like that. Because if you're just starting out and let's say that your dials aren't set right, if you take your thumb off of the spool, the line's just gonna be everywhere and it's gonna be an absolute mess. So you wanna make sure when you're casting, you keep your thumb on the line. Not hard to where you can't cast it, but to where, you can cast it smoothly and barely putting pressure on that line so that it doesn't bird's nest. Another important thing to think about is, I had trouble with this when I first started, is getting my cast accurate. So if I see how it went way off to the left, like that happened to me all the time. And that happens when you keep your thumb too tightly onto the spool. So like if I were to cast and I keep my thumb too tight, it's just gonna launch way to the left. So like I said earlier, you wanna make sure that your thumb isn't too tight on the spool, and then it's gonna not allow the line to come off at all. And it's gonna, like I said, launch way to the left. So you wanna make sure you have your thumb on there really light, didn't get in the bush there. But so you can get a really nice, accurate cast. That's really important. All right, guys, hopefully I covered everything about the fundamental part of using a bait caster. If you have any more questions, be sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below. But now I'm gonna talk to you guys about some rods that I recommend that are a great price and they're also great quality. All right, now I'm gonna talk to you guys about 2 bait casting rods that I recommend for beginners. They're a great price and they're really, really good quality for their price. So let's dive right into it. Okay, so the first rod I actually own is the Abu Garcia Jordan Lee combo. I think you can find it for like 99 bucks, 100 bucks at Academy. I think they sell them at Walmart too. They're just a great rod. They have a good sensitive tip too. So it's not too, not too sensitive, not too stiff. So you can use it for crankbaits, worms, frogs. You can really use it for anything. And I just really love the reel that comes on it too. It's really nice, smooth. Just a great quality rod and reel combo overall. So that's definitely my first one. I'll leave a link in the description below if you guys are interested in purchasing this, and yeah, go check it out. It's pretty sweet. All right, the second rod I'm gonna talk about is the Lew's American Hero. I don't have it with me, so I'll pop up a picture of it on the screen for you guys, but it is a sweet looking rod for a great price. I mean, even cheaper than the Jordan Lee. You can sometimes even find them for like 79, 80 bucks for the combo. So great price, and it's really good quality. Great rod, great reel. Wish I could show you guys it, but I don't have it with me right now. But anyway, yeah, so those are the 2 rods that I recommend for beginners. And this, just great quality, a great price. So yeah, and I'll also leave a link in the description below for the Lew's American Hero if y'all are interested in buying that one. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Today I just covered some bait casting know-hows, and I hope it was helpful to you guys. And like I said, I'll leave both those rods linked in the description below if you guys are interested in purchasing them. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode.